G'day guys, Ninja, Darcy.
G'day.
Once again, I'm going to do a bit of a podcast again, a bit of a talking one. Today, we're going to talk about goal setting, planning, things like that, while we treat Darcy's quad.
Yep.
Okay, so one of the DeMartini lines is, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So
something you've lived by specifically since hearing that, Ninja?
Yeah, it's so important to project and think into your future, kind of what you would like to experience in your life.
Yeah.
I think before we even get into this, that's really important to do your values, like figure out who you authentically are. Because when you're authentic, it's not hard to get things done. But if you're kind of being fake and doing shit that's not inspiring to you, not what you're kind of put on the planet to experience and to do, perhaps. It's going to be a lot harder. You're going to need outside external motivation rather than internal inspiration. So I think that's probably one of the first steps is know thyself and then be thyself.
That's really good, Ninja.
Yeah.
It sort of gives people a little bit more purpose. I think that's a question a lot of people might come up with is, what is my purpose? You know, if you were to ask yourself that and reflect on that and let that sink in, some might be very lost in terms of, I don't know what my purpose is, or some might be really aware. You know, I'm meant to be a mother, I'm meant to be a father, I'm meant to be a body worker. You know, my purpose is to work on a larger scale with people across the world and treating people whilst living a healthy, vibrant life, you know. But to be able to get specific with those and understand your purpose, as Ninja said, you need to understand the hierarchy of your values. And if you don't understand the hierarchy of your values, what you put on as number one, number two, and all the way down to what I value, but it doesn't really matter too much to me. You know, that might be, I value my health, I value my family, I value my business, and down here you might have I value my social life, I value my spirituality, I value my religion, whereas other people might have religion at number one. You know, everybody's different and we can't project our values on one another. We have to respect each other's and respect our own and work in alignment with that, which is, we're sorry to cut you off there, Ninja,
No, that's good.
Yeah, I just thought I'd add that in, as you said, understand your values. And yeah, there's a nice little booklet out there. We've spoken about it on other YouTube videos, but DeMartini, you can just search him up on Google and you will find that values and determinations questionnaire.
On his website?
Yep, on his website.
Yeah.
Highly recommend doing it and do it monthly for a couple of months and then just do it every maybe 6 months to 12 months because
Changes, doesn't it?
It changes. Yeah, it changes you know, you might not have been a father and then all of a sudden you're a dad 2 years down the track and your highest value is your little boy or your little girl. Previous to that, it was, making income and business and success in terms of cash flow or something like that, or setting yourself up.
Yeah. So the thing with the values determination thing is be honest. And the reason that it's so good is because it's sort of not what you think is your highest values, it's actually what you demonstrate.
Yeah.
So what you demonstrate is what you do and what you think, you know, what ongoing thoughts, where you spend your money, where you spend your time, all that kind of stuff.
Your energy, your thoughts.
Your energy, So how you feel your space. So all those different questions, he makes you ponder, and then you kind of can go, I spend money on this and that. I kind of always continually thinking about this and that. I'm talking about this and that. You can't lie about that kind of thing. So when you're honest, you kind of get a true reflection of who you are this very day.
Yep.
So it changes throughout your life, you know. So you go through a divorce, things change, or you're 18, you're different to when you're 88. Very different, you know. So it's like you can't expect, to have the same values throughout your whole life because, different things are happening throughout your life. So so I think with the goal setting and planning, you can kind of do like individual stuff, but what we were thinking more about was team.
Yeah.
So whether it's your family, your business, sporting teams, or
group of mates.
Yeah, whatever it is, group of mates that do snowboarding or hiking or whatever it might be.
Your tribe.
Yeah, your tribe. So with that, there's a little line, old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So it's sort of saying, if you're a team, you can achieve so much more. So, and what prompted this was the thing in the background there. We did a team session the other day.
Like a workshop?
The four of us, so Aaron, Jace, Darcy and myself. We workshopped where we wanted to go with our business and have a look at where we are right now. And we all had to kind of reflect and kind of look at where the business was, where we saw the strengths, where we wanted to be, what we thought were limiting, what might not happen. But kind of, we looked at our own individual roles and strengths, what jobs we could do within the business would light us up, and then, so we could delegate those sort of tasks to the people that would, be more inclined to do them, and then, make it happen, so we go further. So
I think a big thing that came out of it, and Adam, the person who came in and run us through this workshop, was getting a really strong bond and connection. And we think we're four best mates. We travel together, we spend a lot of time with each other, we're very vulnerable with one another, we're open and honest. But I think having that fifth person come in, or essentially a third party to run something, it actually allowed us to maybe bring up or surface some topics or some questions or challenge points that we may have had that we can actually process and work through together to make us tighter and stronger. So there isn't any, everybody's going to have a little bit of doubt or a little bit of concerns, and that's normal in your team, in your business, in your family, when you're trying to get to your highest level. If you're not, and you're happy, and you see yourself, where do you see yourself in 12 months and not a lot's changed? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, and you're happy to just, be where you're at and you're content? Sure, but for us, we're sort of in that position now where we're thriving. We want to go bigger and better and continue to build. So to do that, we need to be really open, really honest with one another, where we want to be personally, where we see this business, and where Ninja sees it, where Aaron sees it, and is that all aligned? And are we delegating our right roles and responsibilities? Are we all pulling weight? Do we feel like, things need to change and just nip that all in the butt so we can be as successful as we can? And it's just about, that bond and connection and growing that, making sure that foundation is really strong and there isn't any limiting beliefs, because we're worried about, is Ninja pulling his weight? Is he spending too much time doing this? And I'm having that, and just being open and honest and going, Ninja man, can I help you out, bro, with this? I feel like this is happening, and that's just that's an example. But it's just a good way to be supportive of one another, but also have those harder conversations. Yeah.
So one of the, I'll just talk about the process that Adam put us through as well. I think what he did really well was he got us into pairs for a start, and we kind of had to talk about, a couple of different questions that he posed, and we kind of had post-it notes. You'll see them all there. So we had to kind of dictate what the person was saying, so put it in our own words, and then so what they reflect back, and then in your own words, with own and other questions. So you didn't have to actually talk about it, your own kind of things that were bothering you or you thought were good. So you kind of got it down, and then you could present it later. So, and then he just sort of had a safe space. I think that was really important, where we could say the things that were a bit harder to address, because they're a bit confronting or whatever, about who's pulling their weight or what roles we do or what the hell are we doing. I think that was one of our big kind of things, particularly with our online course and our in-person courses, and all the four of us are all kind of wanting to combine forces now that Aaron and I kind of forged the way to get it off the ground. Got the rocket off the ground. Now we kind of want to all fly together. I think that's a really
cool little analogy, man.
Nice thing.
It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, we want to kind of tour around, and we've got to get bums on seats. We need to do marketing, and we need to get clear on what the offering is, and all these different things. So it is going to change just with me and Aaron doing it, it changed a lot over the last 4 or 5 years, but also now with Darcy and Jace coming in, it's going to change again. And what does each person do? And
what are our strengths? What can we bring? What do we bring to the table?
Yeah.
It's about evolving, isn't it?
And I think with the first iteration, it'll be something, but then once you blokes have been in it for a year, then I think then you'll be able to take on bigger roles or more niche things, or, you'll have more niche input. So we kind of just got to suck and see a bit, got to do it and then see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
So it's exciting, but we need to do it. But we need your support as well. We need people like yourself that are watching right now that want to do workshops with us, want to just be around our energy, work out with us, things like that. And so
learn our craft, learn how to be a body worker.
Yeah.
Continue to support us and drive us, because that gives us our purpose is to be world-class body workers and teach people around the world, and that scale of just teaching one person at a time from 11 to 12 and another one from 12 to 1 in Ferntree, Gully or Richmond. We want to broaden that horizon, and we've been doing that for the best part of 4 years. We've got multiple practitioners that are recognised and certified around the world in all different parts. We've got as far as America to we've got people in South America, we've got Egyptian, there's people in Egypt, India, like all around the world that are doing our stuff. We'd love to have one on every continent, and we'd love to then go and tour and run these workshops and see the world, teach our stuff. But I guess the point of this was, this is very topical for us, and we love talking about our own experiences because it's easier to talk about rather than making up somebody else's experiences, right? So this was something we did on Friday, and I think what was really important about it was we regard ourselves as the best world-class body workers in the world, right? So we need to make sure that it's a really fucking strong, tight bond between us. Our foundations are really well connected. Our systems and procedures are really well organised, because, as you know, the fish rots from the head, and if things start to fall apart and the wheels fall off, we've only got ourselves to blame. We didn't do the work. We didn't fucking go through the vulnerabilities, the hard conversations that maybe we needed to have. It's maybe this is more for those that are in business. Maybe it's for those that are family business. We feel like this is a family business. It's homegrown. Ninja founded it, and we've bought in. And we're essentially brothers from another mothers. We're a different family, but brothers from other mothers, if that's how you say it. But
one of the things that coming up is not fully on this, but it's like articulating exactly what we do. Like I've coined the phrase beyond bodywork. When you do our courses, it's not just a bodywork course. Like it is personal development as much as it is professional development, like learning the art of, physical work, like the tactile work. But once you do it, you find out that we do like meditation, breath work, planning, goal setting, all that kind of different stuff, and lifting, moving the body, all this challenging stuff that people probably haven't done before. Getting barefoot, getting out in the sun, all these different stuff we encourage, but fucking it makes you better. And like when we do it in the group settings, like there's something special that happens, that you kind of, the shackles are off, the vulnerabilities go, there's realizations, there's epiphanies happening all over the place, and we just sort of hold the space, we set this stuff up, we've got these formulas where we kind of, do movement, breath work, meditations, body work, it all kind of comes together, and the camaraderie, the bonding, the communication, all this different stuff comes together, and it's a special experience, and it's something that just changes people's lives, and they've got it with them forever. So when you do a bodywork course with us, it's not just learning techniques. You might just look at us sitting here just holding spots and that, but fucking there's so much more when you're actually experiencing it. So we'll be sitting on a spot for 5 or 10 minutes sometimes, and you go, oh, just holding a spot. But when you're experiencing it, it's so different because you're going through all different levels, we're hitting different angles even on that same spot. There's so much more going on. So for us to be able to get this out to the world, we kind of need more and more people just to say, fuck, this blows you away. This blows everything out of the water that I've ever done before. But it's not just the bodywork. It's so much more than that. So So you're not just joining up a bodywork course. You're actually joining a movement. You know, something that's revolutionary and but at the same time very natural and it's even though it's profound, it's so simple. At the same time, a lot of it, isn't it? Because it's just human connection and just slowing down and taking the time to kind of work the body well, get to know the person, move the body well, all those kind of things. So it's nothing, you know.
You're nothing
crazy.
Too complex.
Nothing too crazy, but at the same time it is, you know. So all these different complexities are happening when you do the basic stuff.
I think mentors, teachers, people who go around teaching things, a lot of the time, sometimes the initial understanding of things can be a little bit challenging. Say you're taking on a new concept or a new philosophy, but it should always have a simple enough understanding as well. Once you do get it, it just makes sense and it's aligned for you. I think the best mentors, the best teachers, the best people doing podcasts is, you know, your Hormozes, your DeMartinis, your Paul Checks, you know, who's the guy you really liked? Wolf? No.
David Wolf.
Yep.
These trailblazers, aren't they?
Yeah, like they are, the way they articulate their words and their vocabulary, they just sound so smart. But when you simplify what they're actually talking about, it's very easy to understand. You can just have these little click moments and go, he's just teaching something that I totally understand. And that's what we're doing. Simplicity over complexity. We're not trying to just ambush you with a whole heap of jargon and anatomy and, you know, it can be too overwhelming. I'm a pretty simple dude. Ninja is himself, but there's a whole lot of wisdom in there as well that we just want to pass on and give to you guys.
I think that's what I was trying to say is like, we've got complex kind of concepts, but we can make them so an 8-year-old can understand it.
That's it.
So I think that's kind of, I've heard that like over the years, you know, like can you kind of paraphrase, can you make it so that, you know, people can understand what you're getting on about rather than just a lot of jargon, me being superior and being smart, and being elitist and, you know, all that kind of stuff. We want people to understand, like that's the art of communication is so two people are on the same wavelength, you're kind of getting what I'm trying to get across, you know, so that's what we're about. So
nothing worse when you speak with somebody that you just have to sort of nod your head and go, fuck, that guy's so clever, but I think he's also on the spectrum of fucking, you know, I couldn't understand him, but that's okay. Maybe, you know, that's not my level. You know, we're on different levels. You find your tribe, you find your community of people, and hopefully, if this attains to you, if this was, you know, if you feel like there's an attraction there, and that's a good.
Got ya.
No, that's good. It's good. This resonates. Then that's what we're looking for. People that can resonate with our stuff.
Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah. I'll leave you with one little analogy as well, because we're talking about goals, and I wrote it down earlier, and it's called the SMART analogy. So when you're trying to be specific to your goals, it starts with S, so specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time aboard. So something that, you know, you can do within that time. And if you stick to those, that analogy when setting your goals, it sort of allows you to process it and stay on track. You know, so think about, you know, what truly matters to you. Whether it's in alignment with your goals. You know, where do you see yourself? How do you see yourself achieving those? Is it a dream? Make it a reality. You know, dreams are there for a reason. You know, we don't want to stop dreaming. Well, that's something that if you want to live out those dreams and reach for the stars. You know, so start with the small ones. Tick off those steps. Might be as small as getting up at 7 o'clock tomorrow or 6 a.m. tomorrow, seeing the sunrise and doing morning yoga, because you haven't done that in 12 months or you've never done it. You know, just make those little 1% changes in your life, and all of a sudden the bigger goals, I want business success. I want to own I want 6 figures in my account. I want a really nice car. I want health for my family. I want a new house. Whatever the hell your goals might be. I want to make the AFL. I want to be the best dancer in the world. Start making little 1% changes that are in alignment with your health, and harvest that. Really just dive into it, and you'll start to notice that all these little 1% things are starting to make you more disciplined and motivated, and you're staying on track, looking after our body and our soul. I think is really, really important to begin with. It's really hard to achieve goals when you're fucking here, there, and everywhere, and you're a bit all over the shop, and you're getting up at this time, going to bed at that time. You're distracted by social media. You're watching too much porn. You're drinking on the weekend. You're taking drugs. You're in and out of relationships. You're rooting one girl one night. Like sweet, have fun, all good, but don't come back to the drawing board and go, why haven't I changed in 12 months or 5 years? It takes discipline and sacrifice to be the ultimate version that you could be, I think. And
so just to try and summarize that a little bit is put your own oxygen mask on first, so then you can help others.
Cool, man.
But the other one we use this with Mac all the time, is be the tree. So do you remember this one, Dar? We never kind of judge the tree or just talk down on the tree for being the magnificent tree. So it's the shape of it, it's strong, it's sturdy, it's beautiful looking, it's all kind of symmetrical and things like that. No one ever begrudges the tree for taking what it needed to become that magnificent tree. So be the tree. Take what you need to become the most magnificent version of yourself, and then you can help others.
But the tree has a fucking strong set of roots underneath.
Yeah.
The foundation underneath. It's fucking burrowing in, it's done the hard work, it's taken on the nourishment, the sun, you got to get that done first, otherwise you're just going to build up and fucking fall over.
Yeah, we just see the bit above, we don't see what's going on below. You can kind of create that foundation. It's like the iceberg kind of thing too. We don't see what's underneath.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if you want to be awesome, fucking build a big foundation that's strong. Ridiculous to think that could ever fall over. Do so much work. It's impossible for you to fail.
Whatever that means. It means going and learning a new skill, going and doing a new course, listening to certain podcasts, reading certain books, diving into that niche that you want to be. Go and do it.
Be the tree.
Be the tree. We love it.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Done. Done.